Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is kind of a how-to on replacing a front fender on a 389, but not just any 389. We have a 389X back here behind us that we're going to put some upgraded fenders on. Here's kind of a hint at what we're doing. We're going to save it for the video, so we're going to jump right into this. Okay guys, so here's the truck that we're going to be working on today. This particular 389X, what we want to do with it is we're going to take this fender off, and we have a very special fender that we're going to put back on it. But before we do that, we're going to go over to the table here and I'm going to show you guys some of the differences in the pieces that we're putting on there. So this is the factory fender brace that came on it. They're a little dull because, you know, they've not been polished up. They've not got the almost chrome treatment from Peter or anything like that. So this right here is your standard aluminum brace that comes from the factory. It could be shined up a little bit more, I know, but this is what one that has been dipped in chrome looks like, and that's the fender brace that we're going to put back on it. But more importantly than just the fender braces, what we're going to do is we're going to put on this super shiny chrome dipped front fender. This is going on the front of this truck, and it's going to change the entire look of the truck entirely. So if you come in, check out this thing, like look real close to it, really get in there. You can see how different it is as far as a mirror shine goes once you chrome dip something. Now, this is not a cheap process, and as far as I know, I think this is one of the first 389Xs that's going to have chrome dip fenders. I've seen some trucks have it out there in the past, some 379Xs. I've seen some of the Pride and Class trucks done it, but I have not seen a 389X with chrome dipped fenders. And so today in our how-to video, not only are we going to do a how to change your front fender style video, we are going to have this huge payoff of these beautiful chrome dipped front fenders that are going to be going on this thing. So before we get started, we're going to take a closer look at this fender here. Now this is a polished fender from the factory. Now again, these look super good and they're a really nice looking fender, but it does take quite a bit. Any of the chrome polishing guys or any of the aluminum or metal polishing guys will tell you it's really hard to get stainless to have that same mirror shine. I know Peter does a fair bit of complaining when we ask him to polish these fenders out. So to get it to that same mirror shine does take a little bit of extra effort. It's possible, but it does take the extra effort. So the idea is hopefully when we get the chrome on there, not only is it going to be a little bit easier to maintain, but you don't have to put all that extra energy and effort into getting that mirror shine out of it. So we're going to go ahead and start getting this fender off of this truck and see what it looks like with the chrome fender on it. Okay, so we've already removed the front fender braces that are on the front side and the rear fender braces that are on the back. So we did that kind of off camera because that's just simple nuts and bolts. What we're doing right here, the reason we was going to catch this is because these rivets, the fenders are riveted in from the factory, so we got to cut all these ones out individually. Now instead of going back in with rivets, just to make it easier to take off in the future if they need to, is we're going to go back with these guys right here. So this is just a stainless steel nut and bolt, simple. And so now Chaz is going to cut these things off. Oh, loosey.
Too bad we couldn't like WWE it.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
Away with you. All right. You ready for this thing?
Oh yeah.
Angle that in there.
Let's see. Right. Oh, it's so close. The end ones are the two butthole ones because they're the holes never line up very good.
So your process is you like to get basically the bottom one and the top one, so the front one and the back one, and then go somewhere here in the middle.
I usually start on one end and go to the other once I get the two ends in.
Well, I mean, I would think if you got one of these middle ones lined up, everything else would just have to fall into place, right?
No, you have to align basically every single one of them.
Really? That tight of a fit?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Pro tip. I would have done it completely different. I would have went middle after that.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of just do a visual and go like, okay, is anything lined up? I mean, you can get as many in as you can without.
See, you went middle.
Well, it's kind of lined up, but not really. See, so that one ain't gonna work either. Like, there's nothing else lined up. So that's where you got to get the tools.
Got to get the little pry bar thing.
Just get a nice little tapered punch.
Find a hole that's close.
Find a hole that's close.
Like somewhere in the middle.
Wow. So it's not really any easier whether you bolt them or huck them. I mean, you still got to line every single one of them up.
Yeah.
Obviously, as far as hucking them, all you have to do is put a collar on it and squeeze the gun.
But the reason we're not doing that here is because these are chrome, and you worry about the differences in pressure from the huck gun.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not, but I know them hucks, they get tight.
Yeah, but well, I mean, you don't want to chance it, right? With the bolts, you have control over it. With the hucks, you don't know how tight it's going to push it in there.
Yeah.
So that's why you do bolts. Okay, so got the fender on. Had to finagle the bolts in. Had to just kind of persuade them a little bit, one at a time. Right?
Yeah. Every time.
Every time. And then we went from, once you get that on, then we went straight to putting on the front bracket, and you can't forget your mud flap. And then now we're going to go back here to the rear bracket, the rear fender support bracket, and putting the rear mud flap back on.
Oh, yeah, look at you. Teamwork.
Is that all the rivets?
Yeah.
It's good enough. All right, so there's the difference.
What's up with them fingerprints?
Got to wipe all the fingerprints off of it. All right, guys, that's it for this video. As you can see, it made a huge difference on the truck. I'd like to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Let me know. Was it worth the upgrade? Would you do it to your truck if you had one? And then that's about it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, you guys know what to do. You got to like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social medias at Semi Casual Show. Don't forget to check out the website. We got new merch dropping every single day. There's some really cool stickers and some cool stuff for the kids on there, and even decorating your toolbox. I know we like sticking stickers all over ours, all of our fridges and toolboxes and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.